I just had a little bit of bite to eat, just heading back. Some spring rolls, an orange juice, very tangy. Haven't had one like that for a long time. Actually enjoyed it. It's the old market, just there, as you can see. And just sitting there, contemplating. And at the very last minute, I tried to catch her. Have one of the little street beggars come along. I never give to them money, of course, because it's always the same scenario. They will always hand the money over to someone else. And sure enough, looked like Big Brother or someone, and the little girl eventually got some money from someone, ran straight up to him. He put it in his pocket, told her to get on the back of the bike, the push bike, and they buggered off. I'm thinking, yeah, that's why you never give money to little street beggars. As good as it feels to do it for them, they never end up with the money. Years and years ago, whenever they came up, when I first started coming, whenever they came up, I used to, okay, you want something? Yeah. You buy them a bowl of fried rice with some chicken, beef, pork, whatever, add that into them, and they'll sit down and go, oh wow, but you don't let them take it away, you make sure they eat it in front of you. And they hoed into it. There was 3 of them. They hoed into this one bowl of rice. They shared between the 3 of them. What I won't do anymore, just watch. And I looked around, and then you can see the glare from the person who's controlling the little kids. Instead of being out trying to con people out of their money so he can go do it for whatever reason, these 3 kids were actually having half a decent meal for a change. I've spoken about this a long time ago. Haven't seen it for a while, but then I don't come up through this area anyway, very often. Maybe up on the riverside, but that's about as close as I get to here. It's the first time I've seen beggars come up, then hand the money after they get it, run back to their handler, and then bugger off. That I detest, big time. So a bit of warning. Yeah, it feels good to hand money over to the less fortunate ones, but just be aware of where the money is really going. It's not going to them, it's going to the pockets of someone else, and what are they going to do with it? Maybe later get drunk with it, get a gambling with it, while these kids are out there, instead of being at school, which they should be, they're not. They're out here begging, looking scruffy, rough as, doing what they should not be doing. Anyway, just a little food for thought when you're out and about in the touristy areas. Don't actually see that around where I am, but this riverside area, getting bounced around here a bit. You do see that, a fair bit of that. We're just heading down Street 19. More of the touristy area, or part of the touristy area I should say. Where all the locals are, locals go. Locals doing the local thing, and you'll get some of the hotels. And if I'm correct, I'll just have a look up the side here. Yeah. Stayed at one just up there. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, it was a small room. Didn't pay much for it. I think it was around about $25 a night. Not even. That's a whole nother ball game. I do prefer these remork than those Tuk Tuks, as you can probably see better. Always. You don't get to see it on the video, but for me to look outside and just have a look around, I've got to bend over and duck my head out the door on those things. and they're only a cheap version. The last one we were in was a rust bucket. The clutch was knackered, couldn't go fast, but the motor was screaming its tits off. But when you don't earn much, you don't spend much on the maintenance of it. Whether it was his main source of income, who knows. But yeah, remorks, I feel for a touristy are a bit better, but you don't get the ones, as you can see here, no actual protection from thieves. Usually get a bit of a wire cage or something around you, except for on this section here. Just reminds me of the story, well, time very early on, going past the old Candle Market. Got in a Tuk Tuk, had this clown. Spotted him a few times, didn't pick nothing up. I knew what he was on about. He was an opportunist, one for a better word. Anyway, did come across him a few other times. We got into a remork like this, like that one just went past, and off we go. But as I said, make sure you got something to protect you all around. I was a bit wary, had the bags beside us, and yeah, out of the blue, sure enough, he jumped on the back. I just mentally grabbed the bags and everything, and the tuk-tuk driver, he screamed at him to get off. And when the tuk-tuk driver stopped, the guy jumped off and ran away. So, yeah, we talk about safety. Well, it's just about being aware, and I'm not obsessive about it. I'm just keep an eye out and have a look around. Try to enjoy myself without the worry of it. Out of all the times, I've said it before, in my 15 plus years of travelling, I've only done two things wrong. First one, bought a bracelet. I blamed her partner's friend, being a dishonest piece of shite that it was. Never saw her for 18 months. 18 months later, I saw her again. When she spotted me, I just stared at her because I spotted her first. And she abruptly walked out, never to be seen again. The second time, I won't go into detail, or basically what it was that I bought a bracelet. Rather than my partner having it in her, well, she didn't have a bag or put it in a pocket, I had it on my lap until we finished having a bite to eat. Needless to say, stupid me forgot. I did say the word, stupid me, forgot about it. Stood up, because her friend was there, and sort of chatting away. I went to say goodbye as I stood up. She didn't look at me, she just looked at what had fallen on the ground. Now that was being opportunist. She took advantage of it, such as a friend she was. Not. Anyway, so I knew who took it, but I could never prove it. Needless to say, she was never seen for a long time. Second time, we're in a little market, the old market, which I just showed you a little bit earlier. That it's the old Independence Monument. Yeah, just exchanged some money, put it in my pocket, and went into the old market, having a bite to eat. Went to do something, pulled the money out of my pocket with one hand, changed over, held that money in my left hand, and went to pull something out of my pocket, the same pocket I just pulled the money out of. While I was hanging on to the money, from over my shoulder, the opportunist came. Bang, grab. By the time I turned around, he was disappeared in the little laneways of the old market. How do I get up and chase him? Can't. That's a very hard lesson to learn. Don't put all your money out in the open. When you exchange it, take out only a little bit of what you need, and then if you lose that little bit, it's better than a whole lot. So he got $200 that time US, so I lost $200 that time. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but that was 12-ish years ago. So yeah, a little bit of a chitty chat for you. Just cruising back on our way home after a little journey this morning to get a couple of things done at Aon Mall. That's in a previous video. that's yet to be finalised. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Talk to you soon. Catch ya.